Hey guys, Jason Scudellari with CPP, and in front of me I got CPP's all new fuel tank with a sending unit, a fuel pump, all the hardware. But to dive a little deeper for a little more information, I'm gonna get Danny out here so we can talk to him. Thank you for joining me. So I got Danny the man out here to explain and to go into more of the technical side of the tank. Starting up here at the front, why do we got 3 holes?
Okay, so 3 holes. This hole with the double bolt pattern, this is going to be your sending unit. That fits 5 and 6 bolt sending units. Virtually everything in the aftermarket is 5 or 6 bolts. It will bolt right into that. I've never seen anything that it won't fit. Gotcha. So that's a very universal. Then we have 2 fuel pump holes up here to mount the fuel pump chassis. There's an O-ring seal on both of those, and it's your standard 6 bolt style of fuel pump. You can use our fuel pump, you can use aftermarket pumps, you can run a mechanical pump. There's fuel feeds on the front side of that fuel tank as well, and then an extra vent or a return if you wanted to run an external fuel pump.
Do I have to run both fuel pumps?
You do not have to use both fuel pumps. You've got a lift pump that's going to supply this front chamber. You can think of it as a surge tank. It's about 2 gallons in size. And the surge tank is what's going to feed the engine. So however hard you're driving the car, drag racing, road racing, drifting, autocross, whatever it is you're doing, we keep the primary fuel pump in the surge tank submerged in fuel at all times. There is a small transfer hole in the bottom of this surge tank area. So without having a lift pump, it will fill the surge tank area. It's small enough that you could just drive around and cruise, but it's not really intended to go drag racing with or something like that, because you're going to pull more fuel out of it, feeding a high horsepower motor, then that's going to transfer through, but you can cruise around without it.
Okay, so basically feed pump fills the surge tank feeds the engine. Easy as that. Perfect. What modifications do I have to do to the car to get this mounted?
Really nothing. It's designed to bolt into the factory mount. So you're going to remove the straps that hold the factory fuel tank in, and then where the straps attach at the body's large hole, we have a little bracket that's going to slide into that hole, and then it's going to bolt straight up through the mounting holes on the tank into that bracket. And then at the back of the tank, it's going to use the same 2 mounting stud positions. We have new studs included, but they're the same as the original ones, and it bolts right into the original mounting location.
Perfect. Filler neck.
So the filler neck is in the original position, and it's the original size. So your little hose between the fuel filler tube into the tank, you're just going to reconnect it onto this tank.
All right. I did notice these little reliefs cut in the side. It looks cool. Is there a function behind it?
Yeah, besides looking cool, that's actually a part of it, was when you walk up to the car at a distance, if you could see a piece of that fuel tank hanging down below the springs, it's on an angle. And that angle helps it to disappear, harder to notice, but also that gives you room to put exhaust under the tank if that's where you are routing it. So you have this large chamfer down here where the tank was low, so you can tuck the exhaust up a little bit under the tank. Besides that, the tank's over 2 inches away from the leaf spring.
Okay.
So there's room to get the exhaust through there in some way. We were thinking about the exhaust and the look.
Well, the look itself, you know, I mentioned that at the beginning. This kind of blacked out look hides the tank under it. As nice as the tank is, there's nothing worse than a guy driving around with this huge block of shininess that you're staring at. Yeah,
I agree 100%. It doesn't look very good when you see all of that down there, and then they're usually dirty, but shiny, and it just works even worse.
Awesome. Well, we got all that information. All that's left for me to do is get it in the car. Want to stay up to date on all of our latest videos? Make sure you hit the subscribe button below, then tap the bell icon. That way you get notified with any new content. And of course, head over to classicperform.com. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call or shoot us an email, and one of our knowledgeable sales reps will be happy to help. And if you have any ideas for tech installs or tips, drop a comment. Thanks for watching.